And I will be presenting the market research presentation today. It's about the qualitative research-based analysis that we conducted on how people feel cool and how coolness is different to person, and what are the characteristics of a cool person. So we took 4 interviews in our group, 2 for each group member, and we have analyzed the data critically and tried to figure out that what aspects we can be looking at, that how do people feel cool. Firstly, I'll go with the background of this research. I'll start with a bit of an introduction that why we are conducting this research. So previously in this unit that we have already discussed about expressive cool, inexpressive cool, and also that we have discussed about how coolness is important for the marketers and how it can be a significant tool for them to attract more consumers towards a particular brand. Moreover, cool is a very commonly used word, and it actually gets tough for people to explain it when they really talk about it, and that's why we found there is a need of doing these interviews so that we can do a research that how do people feel cool. Also, that through this research we will be able to create a better understanding of how cool is interpreted by different people, so that it can be used in a progressive manner where it can be used in marketing strategy. Methodology for this research is about the methods that we use. So we used qualitative data analysis because this is a topic which requires brief interviews. It's not something that can be done easily through a quantitative data or through voting, or can be analyzed through the previous research. We had to do it in person through the in-depth interviews, what we used in it, and also we have to use the non-probability sampling because that is the easy way of doing sampling for convenience, and also we have limited time as it was part of our research. So these were the research-based sampling ways that we used to gather this information from these 4 interviews. And now I will be talking about the results of the information that we gathered. So we found quite a few sub-themes in these 4 interviews, where interviewees were having a similar thinking that coolness is something that is subjective and that depends on people to people, but also that when we go into the depth of the interviews, that is attached in our transcripts as well, we found that there were some common things in them. So that's why I named that as overlapping themes. So we found 2 overlapping themes. One I described as priority and the other we described as exclusiveness. Why I said priority as one theme for out of these 4 interviews is because all of these interviewees had this thinking that when they feel cool, it should be something which is people trying to imitate from others, or something that makes them feel happy, or of basically the level of satisfaction they can get from things, and the point that make them feel happy is cool to them. Also, that another interviewee describe them feel happy is cool to them. Also, that another interviewee described me that he felt cool while through the religious ways, through watching people who are religious, who follow religion. So that was a completely different point for me. So it was the actual reason for me putting up into that overlapping basket, so we can easily analyze the 2 main themes for these 4 interviews. That what are the main themes. So what we got it from priority, that people usually look for the things or buy things or pursue those things what are on their priority. And if a brand is cool, that means that brand is exclusive, and exclusiveness also means that it can be expensive. But the other way around that I found in this interview was exclusiveness can also mean that it can be used in another sense, that customers can buy products that are not expensive but they are exclusive. Through buying products that are cheap but a little bit of creativity that people do it while manufacturing them can really attract a huge market of customers. These were our results, and this was our discussion as well. Few of the quotations that I want to quote to support my results were, once Savannah, one of the interviews, she said that cool is very subjective term. Faizan said it depends on individual satisfaction level. Alexander said cool is being different than others, something that others will imitate. And lastly, in one interview when Hussein said that cool is something that it depends on, it is cool when he feels cool when he saw somebody religious and following the religion while being in this society in a fast moving world. He feels cool because it makes him feel different and think different.